Welcome to this episode. Today, we're diving into a really important topic in neurological drug discovery: why target selection matters so much. It's one of those early steps that really sets the whole research journey in motion.
Yeah, it's kind of like picking a compass direction before you start a long hike. Without that clear direction, you might wander around without making real progress. So in drug discovery, target selection is choosing the biological destination that guides everything that follows.
Exactly. And in the context of neurological diseases, which are super complex, this choice is even more critical. It shapes what scientists study, how they measure progress, what safety concerns they keep an eye on, and how they collaborate with partners and investors.
Right, so let's break down what target selection actually means. At its core, it's deciding which specific biological part, like a receptor, protein, or pathway, the research will focus on. In the brain, that could be a receptor that receives signals, a pathway controlling inflammation or stress, or even a biomarker that shows a certain biological state.
And it's important to remember that the target isn't just a name or label. It really shapes the entire research plan. Without a clear target, it's tough to design experiments, measure effects, or convince partners and investors that the research is solid.
That makes sense. So why does target selection matter so much? Well, first, the target has to be biologically relevant. It should connect to a meaningful process related to the disease or condition. For example, things like neuroinflammation, which is brain inflammation, or neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and change.
Yeah, and beyond relevance, the target has to be measurable. This is where biomarkers come in, those biological signs that tell us if the drug is actually hitting its target and having an effect. If you can't measure engagement with the target, it's hard to know if the research is on the right track.
And then there's decision-making. Early research isn't just about collecting data, it's about making smart choices. A well-chosen target helps researchers decide whether to keep going, adjust their approach, or stop a program altogether. It supports clear go or no-go decisions, which saves time and resources.
Plus, target selection influences what safety tests are needed, what delivery methods might work, and what kind of validation studies make sense. It's really the foundation for everything that follows.
But neurological drug discovery is especially tricky, right? The brain is incredibly complex, with many overlapping systems: immune signaling, neurotransmitters, stress responses, pain pathways, cognition, and more.
Yeah, no single target explains everything, so choosing the right target is a careful balancing act. You have to define a target clearly and explain why it matters to the bigger biological picture. That's a foundational step for responsible research.
Safety and delivery are part of this too. Safety isn't an afterthought, it's considered from the very start. Some targets might be biologically interesting but carry risks like unwanted side effects, toxicity, or immune overactivation.
And delivery is crucial, especially in brain research. Drugs have to cross the blood-brain barrier or reach the right tissue in the right way. So questions like, can the drug reach the brain? Or, is oral or nasal delivery better? Are part of the target selection process.
That's a great point. Now, to make this more concrete, let's talk about some examples of how target selection works in practice.
Sure. Take Neurological, for instance. It's a small molecule platform focused on receptor-selective neuroinflammation and neuroimmune signaling. Instead of broad branding, it's framed around a specific question. Can receptor-selective molecules affect neuroinflammation? This leads to studies on receptor binding, selectivity, biomarker changes, and safety.
Then there's mycophorol, which is inspired by fungal biology. It targets neurotrophic pathways, those involved in brain repair and resilience. This example shows how target development proceeds in stages. First, confirming the candidate, then the pathway, safety, and delivery before broader validation.
And NeuroReset focuses on recovery biology after dependency, involving neuroplasticity and stress response. It highlights the need for careful target definition before claiming effects across multiple pathways.
Finally, BII's precision peptides target specific signaling pathways related to pain and recovery. They show how target selection also involves practical questions about stability, delivery, and immune response.
It's important to clarify that identifying a target doesn't mean the drug works or is proven effective. It's an early research step, a hypothesis that needs validation.
Exactly. That's why responsible language avoids claims like, our platform treats disease, or our molecule improves recovery. Instead, the focus is on associating the platform with a biological target area and planning validation carefully.
And clear target selection helps partners and investors too. Labs, safety screening companies, academic collaborators, and investors want to know exactly what's being tested. A clearly defined target helps them understand the research, evaluate risks, and decide whether to get involved.
It also helps set milestones that reduce risk and guide funding decisions. So target selection isn't just a scientific step, it's a strategic one.
To wrap up, target selection is one of the most consequential early decisions in neurological drug discovery. It shapes what biology is studied, what biomarkers are measured, what safety questions are prioritized, and how delivery is approached.
For research organizations like BII, target selection makes early-stage platforms more disciplined, reviewable, and ready for validation. The goal isn't to make premature claims, but to identify relevant biological questions and build evidence responsibly.
So think of target selection as the compass that guides the journey from biology to potential new therapies.
Yeah, it's the foundation that helps researchers navigate the complex landscape of the brain and drug discovery. And that's why it matters so much.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope this gave you a clearer picture of why target selection is such a critical step in neurological drug discovery.
Absolutely. Until next time.